you go. Everything seems to be working. Nothing seems to be broken. Hopefully. And let's go to this. Hopefully. Alright. Let me change that up. You know what? Today, even at the risk of, do I want to do that? I feel like putting some music, but at the same time, I don't want this to freaking just get muted because the apps decided to mute my stream. So yeah. Yeah. So last time let's see if I can adjust this to make it look a little bit better. Let me go here. Oh, sorry, I forgot a small but important part. If I cannot see your messages, it's because I haven't activated this. And I was working really hard actually to finish this painting right here. Give me a second. There you go. That should be working. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Is this one showing? Okay. Cool. All right. So, now that everything seems to be working, I want to see if I can change this a little bit. Compensation. That's shutter speed. That's a little bit more like it, but it doesn't do it justice really. And I'm going to go back to what I had, and I'm gonna turn off the light. I think that actually looks better than if I. Yeah, that looks better. It looks closer to what I had. What if I do this? Another bot. Oh, bot. Bye bye, bot. Take care now. Bye bye then. Alright. So it took a lot of time working on this one. It was difficult. Yeah, especially, what am I hiding here? What is this layer? Oh, it's one of the this painting has a bunch of different adjustment layers and a bunch of stuff to play around with it. But like there's certain things like this right here. Why? Why? That's better. I mean, just like that right there. Those lines. Um, this. Well, not that. This. What else? There's a few things. I was struggling with this contact area. That took a little bit of finicking. It was finicky, and I had to do some back and forth in order to make it work. Somewhat make it work, if it makes sense. I'm happier with this, but like this metal right here, this is supposed to be metal. I would change it a little bit to make it look way more metal. And yeah, there's a few things that I would still work on, but I have a limited amount of time to work on this stuff, so I'm trying to work within those bounds. Um, Easier said than done. Way easier said than done. And should I lower that? Yeah, I don't want to unhide any layers. Just close it off. Alright, so save current sketch. I hit save current sketch because I'm worried that I'm gonna delete something that I don't want to lose. And yeah, as I've mentioned, for anyone new to my stream, what I've been trying to do is a set of paintings that I decided to call Echoes from the Future. So just to back it up a little bit, I give me a second. I want to activate this. So just to back it up a little bit, I've been painting and drawing a bunch of like cyberpunk stuff for a long while. So I've been trying to figure out a project that I would like to like bring those things together, and this has been like a way that I can manage to actually do that. So with that said, if you go back, you can see a bunch of the stuff I've done over the years. So this is kind of my way of getting it out of my system, and also do it while practicing digital painting, which I kind of stopped with all the AI nonsense that is going on. Still on the fence about what I'm going to paint today, but let's see. Oh, I almost forgot. Let me record important aspect. If I don't record, I don't have anything to show you guys after, so I need to record, even if it's, let me just set it up like that and just paint like this so it doesn't. Alright, so I'm going to try to make a portrait. So I've been talking about this technique. Actually, I had some fun with this symmetry stuff. I'm gonna try to work with symmetry again. Make this smaller. For those of you that are new to my stream, I'm an illustrator and CG artist. I've been doing this for a really long time. Been trying to. It would be awesome to become a concept artist, but I never had the chance really. I worked as a roto paint artist, junior roto paint artist, for film production, which was fun and stressful, really stressful too. And it was some hard times for me, but yeah, I have that experience, and I've been working as a creative for a really long time. But yeah, my greatest passion is art. So working within an art department is what I would really like. Or if my social media ever blows up, it would be awesome to share what I do with the world. I try. I go live Mondays through Thursdays, but yeah, I don't know the algorithms, and I don't know, maybe sometimes I feel that it might not be on the cards for me, but I'm gonna show up regardless, and I'll be painting till the day I pass. So yeah. That you can be sure of. I've made some illustrated projects. I've in the past, I years ago, I made actually a painting, like illustrated children's book for a client. I worked in advertising for years. That's where most of my experience lies, with advertising, and within that world I've done, well, a bunch of different projects, as people that know that medium or that world can attest to. So if I stop talking, it's because I'm trying to to figure out where to go with the painting. I've been talking about the fact that it's like you're trying to sculpt with this technique. I've been trying to replicate a sea death map. Sea death. I am really bad at pronouncing that word. Sea death. Like there's a 3D map that you can create for a 3D object, that just shows you the how much it actually, like, just shows you the depth of the scene basically. So But if you look it up, you're gonna see this. It's really interesting looking. Um, so I've been trying to use kind of that idea to paint. At least it makes sense in my mind. Might not make much sense to anybody else, but it does to me. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah. Also, if you haven't, consider subscribing, hitting that bell, and all that good stuff. Is completely free for you, and it helps me a bunch. You can check out my profile to see the other stuff I've done if you're interested. Like basically paint. That's what I paint, draw, talk about creative stuff. That's basically my jam. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, that's what I do. That's my bread and butter. Also, if you wanna ask questions, feel free to do that. They should actually appear on the screen, and I should be able to listen to them. Like at least a notification. I had an option activated that would like turn the. I actually can turn it on if you decide to type something, as long as it's not profanity. Yeah, famous last words. Maybe maybe better not to activate it. Um, I guess now I'm making creepy stuff. That's not the idea, actually. Um, the thing was that I somebody mentioned that like, oh, you should like add more like emotions to the like, but why do I need to do that? Like it's the way I enjoy painting. Why do I have to do that? But I mean, it depends on what you want to communicate. This is a communicating. Uh, like what you're trying to do is speak to an audience and showcase an idea. This looks really weird. The hair looks weird. Boom, boom. with that. It's not the best. Definitely, the feature I would change to this app is a masking thing. Like I haven't actually figured out. I also didn't haven't had the time to do that, to figure out if there's an option to like mask. I've been trying to, but so far, so far no good. So let me turn that off. I need to turn off the symmetry for a second. So my idea, and yeah, well, all I can do is hope that I could actually make it happen into a short film or something. Is it? And a lot of stories like the one I'm gonna mention are similar. Is that it's a dystopia where we basically contaminated the air. So in order for you to breathe, a bunch of people get enhancements, but we've been basically contaminating Earth, and resources are scarce, and well, a lot of people started to modify themselves into new humanoids or synths. I like that word synth. I don't know if you've seen the Alien show that is brand new. It's really cool. I've really enjoyed that show so far. I wonder what they're gonna do for the end. Hopefully they don't mess it up, you know? Dum dum bada bam 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 bam. So as I was saying, you can get enhancements for whatever you want, whether it be a new set of eyes, as I've showcased in a bunch of the paintings I made recently. I've yet to make like a full human that decided not to go and make the modifications, because, well, if you look at my portfolio, you can see what some of the humans, like fully humans, would look like. You basically have to wear a mask wherever you go, and you're fighting for air. I don't know. I decided to make this, and I usually don't paint digitally because, well, I've done it in the past, and the greatest kind of resistance has been the interface, the way you interact with the actual painting. It's, to me, it's a pain to deal with a lot of the times, because you would have to use a tablet, and I was like, oh, this is so janky. Like, I would find it really uncomfortable at times, because I've learned how to do all this stuff traditionally, so turning to digital, it's I don't know, it takes adjusting. And the other thing is, what was the other thing? There were two things. One was the UI per se. Oh, the other thing is the fact now that AI is taking over, which makes it even more fitting what I'm doing. Like, if we live in a world where something like this is possible, uh, or a future potential timeline where something like this is possible, it would probably be this one, with all the freaking nonsense they're trying to push down our throats with AI. Like, nobody needs uh, art made from AI that just eats whatever we feed onto it, and vomits something back that it's just an imitation of people's work. I get it, it's convenient, and a lot of people can get their Ghibli uh, picture and so on and so forth. For that, I think I want the symmetry. Well, this one I enjoy so far. I'm going for I guess a simpler take this time around. Just checking that everything is working, because I have no idea how many, like, you get all these freaking glitches. It's so bothersome. Anyway, let's see. Da, 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 da. So, what do I want to do here? So the breathing stuff they get added. It's like I don't remember the name of oh, her eyes are wrong. What fishes have? Is it eels? Eels? I think eels is the right thing. Is it? Hopefully, I got that right. I'm going to make a new layer just to test some stuff, because I want to know if I want to play around with certain things here. So another aspect that I mentioned is that you would have like factions of people, I guess, fighting for resources and trying to stay alive. Um, so that would be a challenge in a dystopia. So yeah, I kind of like this. Do I want to add something here? What do you think? Do you like it? Does it feel too off? Let me just go for this. Where? Here. The color selecting thing. Cool. Just gonna. There you go. I was just checking if it was actually painting. It was just me. I just grab the other color. Just need that. And make it super tiny. And a bunch of artists mentioned that you can paint like in digitally. Oftentimes you need to really zoom in. You can just do without that. I don't know. I try to until I hit a spot where I really need to. But it definitely helps with the overall shape of what you're making. Definitely helps kind of keep it together. And I'm gonna make a new one, and I'm going to do something that I haven't done lately, but I'm gonna do it right now. And that's playing around with the lighting. So you gotta think about where the light is coming from and how it affects the character. So if the light is from above, then well, you have to deal with that. With that said, the hair wouldn't get that affected by it, at least not the same way as the skin. So I'm going to erase some of that. I just wanted to bring a little bit of light onto the face. I wonder if I can just hit here, overlay. Yeah, let's check that out and see how. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted, just to lift the face a little bit. I'm actually gonna merge that down, which is really useful. Nope. Well, wait. Is that a happy accident? I do like it, but I'm not gonna do it on this. Just gonna do it here. No, that's not. Oh, it wasn't. I was erasing, so thank God I can leave it there. So the lighting is half of what you're painting, really, a lot of the times. And the way you bring up volumes uh, makes a lot of a difference. Another one, this is this one. See, like I must be like hitting records with this stuff. I just, where are you? There you go. Bye bye. Yeah. Well, welcome here, my friend. I don't like bots unless they're helping me out. Like, I would say with AI, the extent that I, at least in my mind, I rationalize it is if I'm using it as a junior writer, then I don't mind. But I wouldn't give like anything more than a junior thing to an AI. Like, why? Like, you have so many talented people, and there's all the time there's people that are appearing that or jumping into the workforce that they have all this potential, and what are we going to do? Like, just let them go to waste in terms of their potential just because we need to freaking feed the AI? Come on, man. What are we talking about here? It's absurd, but what do I know? What do I know? I want to add some of that. Kind of like that. So for this one, I was thinking of that she maybe has like a poncho or something. And credit where credit is due. Bodo Dante, I've heard it from him, but I've seen it from other artists as well. Like talking about how mixing together uh, or thinking about how some things are, you have sharp edges and not sharp edges, and balancing the two can help your painting, if it makes sense. I mean, also, now I have stuck in my mind because I was listening to something about a theme song for JoJo Bizarre Adventure. Now it's like stuck on my mind. I don't even watch that show, but I was watching a video where they were talking about that, and kind of got stuck in my mind. Let me go back to this because I do prefer. This is what I was. This is what I was lacking on the other one. Like, you want those like sharp edges at times. painting with the symmetry is like a little bit of a meditation, really. Like, it allows you to play around with what you're doing, like think ways to approach it. It's interesting. Also, I'm thinking about where, like, if I make a strand of hair, what depth uh, it's located, so I can adjust. I don't know if it makes sense what I'm saying, but hopefully it does to some. Like, you wanna take what I'm saying into consideration while you're painting. Like, you don't have to listen to me, um, uh, but it's the kind of stuff that anyone painting thinks about. Like, where is this object being hit by light, and what is going on with this? What is going on with that? I don't know. Hopefully, it makes sense. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised that I've been able to knock this out in this amount of time. 44 minutes. That's nice. I'm happy with that. I did something. As I said, if you haven't, consider subscribing, hitting that like, hitting that bell, and all that good stuff is completely free for you, and it does really help. It also motivates me. Like, believe me, I've been doing this for a really long time with I would say little success. Um, of course, the motivation for me is doing this stuff. That's a motivation. That's not reliant on external forces. That has been an internal drive for me ever since I have memory. Like, just wanting to learn and grow as an artist. Like, figure out how did they did this, how did they painted this, how did they sculpt this. YouTube's action figures by sketching? What? I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm too old. What is that? Is that like plushies or something? You can make YouTube's action figure by sketching. YouTube makes YouTube's. Oh, oh, I heard or I saw something. I think I applied for that company actually. I think so, because they were looking for artists, and I think I sent an application a while ago. But I'm not familiar with what you're mentioning. Like, how do you go about that? The Does, like, YouTube select what they want to make, or is it like, how do I apply? Well, you just have to find their company online, and you can check out their website, and they have all the information there. Oh, you tried? Oh, okay. Well, nothing I can tell you about that. I don't know. The work, like creative work, has been going through a huge shake. No, I don't have the link. I basically googled it, or I think it appeared on my feed on LinkedIn or something, and yeah, that's the way I was able to find them. But yeah, if you check out their website, you can probably find their stuff. And I don't know if they found the people they needed. Yeah, no worries. Let's see. Why does it say? I'm confused. Did I pause this? Oh, because I started the thing and then I started. Oh, okay. Yeah, they mention. I've heard, like, now that you mentioned the plushies, I've seen some of that stuff around, but like you need to have, like, if I were to make one of this, whether I believe whether you, like you contact them directly and you do like a specific run similar to the way I did my deck of cards. um but yeah, I don't know uh, how much they charge for a run. um those things are usually not cheap because they have to, I guess I could design it if it's for my own stuff. And I'm actually curious as to how, like, does YouTube help you market it? I don't know. I'm not even monetized, so I'm trying to get monetized. So I was gonna see if you make action figure to my coffee shop. If I could make an action figure for your coffee shop. Is that what you're mentioning? Oh, you were trying to figure out if they could make it for you. Okay. Yeah, they can. They can probably make it, but as I said, the I don't know how much they'll charge you for it. It's usually not cheap. I've been actually working on a video about that sort of thing. You have to figure out if it works for you or if it's better to use a different vendor. Yeah, you can check it out. Like, I'm not really that familiar with it other than what I just mentioned. just make this. I don't know. I do prefer how it was before. Yeah. I like this one. This one I like. I like it quite a bit. I'm just gonna get a little bit closer so I can paint the face a little bit more. Let's make that smaller. I haven't done this, but I'm gonna try. And just gonna go a little bit darker and trying to. Am I on the right layer? This is it's not dark enough, or I'm not the setting for the painting, the freaking brush is not right. So with the opacity, I need the opacity to be 100. Okay, let's see. That's better. It's too light. I also been wondering if, like, if in this world, like, would you be able to pay for the enhancements? Would it be like Repo Man? I don't know if you've seen that movie, but they take over your enhancements if you don't pay them. Okay, I can totally envision something like that happening. They wouldn't care. Corporations, I don't think they would care. If they do all the stuff they do, they're just doing it for the money. Money. Money, 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 money. Money. Yeah. I think I like this. I know it's not perfect, but it's mine, you know? No AI, just me and a painting. People feeding stuff into freaking AI. Like, come on, man, what are you doing? Oh, see what I... Wrong layer. Wrong layer again. That's why I don't like painting like that. It's easy to be working on the wrong layer if you're not minding what you're doing. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that. I actually like this one. What time? 57 minutes. What time is it? Do I want to actually give me a second? No, too much. Too many slices. Too many slices, my friend. too many slices again. That should be it. Something I actually wanted to try with the other one and didn't get the chance to. Let's try and see if it was possible to add texture. The thing is, it's kind of tricky to do that. So at least to make it work, I'm gonna see if I can do that. I'm gonna make a new layer and just to test it out, and then I'll merge it, and if I want to add some more stuff I will. I do like that you can see the painting, but at times can be, I don't know, sometimes it's slippery slope that keeps you like with a painting that you don't like. Let's see, does this have enough texture? Nope. Let's do something else here. Money, 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 money. I'm gonna try with this. Gonna make this as ginormous as I can. That's not what I wanted. What about this? That's a little bit closer. What about this? That's a little bit closer. Okay. And now I'm just gonna play around with it. Blending mode. Overlay. No, overlay doesn't. Oh, come on. Overlay doesn't do it. Let's see. Soft light. Now, just leave it at normal and just freaking erase it if you don't like it. So skin, this is another thing that, well, it's a thing for people that dedicate their time to this sort of thing, but might not be anything for anybody else. It might not matter for anybody else. Actually, let me turn that off. Again, we're not fully symmetrical. It works for some stuff, but like we're not fully symmetrical, so it actually hinders the actual thing. There's something called subsurface scattering. I don't know if you've heard of it ever, but it's basically when you have an object that is translucent, that's basically what we're talking about, is the way light goes through, for example, skin and scatters. So yeah, we have different tones that we reflect depending on where the light is hitting, and that's why when you put a flashlight to your finger, for example, it's gonna do this. That's subsurface scattering. That's the best example I can give anyone. So yeah, thinking about that too, if it makes sense. No, I don't want to delete that. I just want to delete this here. That's it. Alright. think I want to add some more stuff here. Money, 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 money. You know the stuff we do for money. It's mind-boggling. Our whole society works around it. I don't know if I like that. That one looks a little bit messy, and I kind of want it to be like fading out. I like that, and I think I'm gonna go for this, and let's try this. Pop. Nope, no, 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 nope, nope, nope. Forgot about this. Let's bring back the regular shape. That's it. Come on. Now let's make it super tiny. Nope. Not what I want. Wrong layer. I want to merge it now. Just let it be. Let it be, man. Let it be. Right. What else do I want to add? Maybe a little bit of bounce. Could be a little bit of bounce. You also have to take into account bouncing light, and because I'm sleepy, I'm forgetting about that part. I would say this is the most subtle one I've made so far. Yeah. I like it. Alright. So, I already passed the hour mark. And so this usually goes for around an hour. And as I said, I try to go live Mondays through Thursdays unless I have to do something else, in which case I will not stream. But if you decide to join my stream and if you enjoy this sort of thing, consider subscribing, hitting that like, hitting that bell, and all that good stuff. Is completely free for you, and it does help me a bunch. Just gonna go ahead and sign this to finish it off. Actually, let's lower that opacity because I don't want it to be overwhelming. That was too much. Is like that. It's fine. There you go. Alright. So I say, ah, I had the symmetry on. Let me turn that off and delete this. Erase it. There you go. So as I said, thank you all for watching. Let me stop this right here. Alright. I hope to see you next time. As I mentioned multiple times, I have an illustrated deck of cards that you can find on my website. Each card is a different illustration. It's about my country, my culture, and important people, places, and so on and so forth. This took a lot of work and effort. So if you want to check that out, it's on my website. I also have a Redbubble shop and phone backgrounds that you can also find on my website. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Let me see if I can find my freaking music. Which, where are you? Where are you? Yeah, there you go. Until next time, bye.